there's going to be more people watching that live stream than who are in the venue at the time. And that's something that I think also the competitors are going to eventually have to get used to.
I'm gutted that we don't, like, Monkey League seems to have gone away, and that's fair. I think Philip just didn't have the time to do it anymore. I feel like it could be revitalized potentially with a different, slightly different format, and because so what we need to take to a sponsor, like, how do we sell speedcubing to a sponsor is my big question, and my vibe would be, well, I think we have to get something up and running in some kind of shape. Maybe it's online to start with and running the double elim, so that we have stuff to talk about, so that we have results to talk about in a way that is understandable by lay people, by people who are not cubing. So and then once we have proof of performance, we can take that to sponsors and say, here's what we're doing. We want to take this into the real world and make it happen and fly people around and stuff. What have you got? Taking it to looking at cornhole, right? Coca-Cola was a sponsor. Right. Regardless of what you think of that company as a whole, I think we do need to recognize that we need real big sponsors to make this happen. There were problems with Red Bull as a sponsor, which I will acknowledge, which is that our community is mostly young and shouldn't be drinking Red Bull anyway. But it got the job done and it got it out there, and it was killer. But I think you're right. We need cash. We're not going to get cash by going, hey, Coca-Cola, do you want to sponsor this Rubik's Cube competition? Because they'll come along and look at it and go, no, we don't, because what is this? How can we sell this?
Or like maybe they'll be like, yeah, we'll throw $100 your way, right? Something that's like insignificant. It's like,
here's
this is like not going to get the job done. Exactly.
No.
The winner gets one bottle of Coca-Cola.
The format of our current competitions, which I'm not suggesting we change, is not viewer friendly. It's just not. I've tried watching live streams, and even with the best commentary in the world, Manu, with you and Dylan, I'm just like, Squan comes up and I'm just like, nope, see you later.
Okay. To be fair, that specific competition, we were definitely not the people to be commentating Square One, because neither Dylan or I are particularly versed.
Okay, so I just meant generally that it's like I want to see the fastest people doing 3x3, and then that's about it, really.
Yeah, so this is another point, and this is something that I am definitely going to get a ton of heat for. I think if you're at Asian Championships, I don't care who is the first seed. I have to see the fastest people. I don't care if they're from Europe. I don't care if they're from Asia. I don't care if they're from North America. You have to see the fastest people, because I think that's really important, because I think something that cubing needs is cubing has a lot of personalities, right? We have a lot of people who will follow Max, who will follow Timon, who will follow Maddie. But if you don't put them on the stream, then it's just like, okay, well, the stream is not showing my favorite person. I don't care. I'm just going to go and do something else, because it's not a name that you can recognize, right? Like, why did people want to watch the Kansas City Chiefs? It doesn't matter. Like, a lot of people didn't even know what football was. They just know, oh, this is Taylor Swift's team. And during the broadcast, they might show Taylor Swift. Okay, cool. I'm going to watch this game now.
Yeah.
I think that's something that's important and people need to realize. I thought it was awful that at Euros, they put all the Europeans on the green stage and like front and center, all the cameras are on them. And then you have the non-Europeans off to the side, even though there were many non-Europeans who got onto the overall podium and who are objectively better speedcubers. At the end of the day, I think if you want to have a European championship, you just have only Europeans, and then that's fine. Then you just show the best people in Europe, and I still think that's going to be hype. But if you want to have an open tournament, I think you have to show everyone, because otherwise, like, you're going to get people who are just not interesting to watch. And you need to, and I think from a broadcast organizational perspective, you need to understand things like that. If I go to a sponsor and say, Max Park is at this competition, he's at Oceanic Championships 2024, and he has the 3x3 single world record, he might get another world record here. But then they never show Max Park. The sponsor is going to be like, okay, well, I thought we were going to see Max Park. Who are just these like random people. Like, I don't care.
No, yeah, I hear you on that as well. I watched a bit of the Asian Championships live stream, and they were having a shocker with the camera cutter, whoever was switching, just, I don't know if they didn't get the memo or whatever, but they just would not switch, and it was really frustrating to watch. Really frustrating. I was trying to watch the it was Pyramid, because I was quite keen to see, what's the name? Is it Juan? The super fast Pyraminx cube, or someone will
Lincoln Zhang.
Lincoln, that's it. Not not what I said. And they just would not switch to him, and it was just like, it was killing me. Like I didn't see all 5 of his solves. Like the fastest Pyraminx solver in the world is putting down 5 solves. You've got 5 chances, and you hit 3 of them. Like unacceptable.
Exactly, and I think it's definitely like. Look, I think it's really easy as a commentator to be like, oh, duh, they should just do this better. But as an organizer, I can tell you it is tricky because not everyone gets the memo, right? And we are like, broadly speaking, this is very early days for cubing broadcasting, right?
For sure.
Only recently are we like broadcasting like non-major competitions, right? Where we have local competitions like being live streamed. Heck, I'm even going to live stream a mock competition this weekend. But that's only like a recent thing, right? And people are just kind of getting warmed up and used to the idea of, okay, there's a live stream. We need to think about like what it's going to look like on the live stream, because there's going to be more people watching that live stream than who are in the venue at the time. And that's something that I think also the competitors are going to eventually have to get used to. We've done things in one way for so long that of course it's going to be hard to switch. But I think as cubing grows more and more, these are just all considerations we have to put in.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. I stream once a week and I release videos pretty much every day. Also use code CUBECAST to save 5% at speedcubeshop.com, Cubing Life Academy, speedcube.nz, lastlayercubing.com. Have fun, solve cubes, and I'll catch you in the next one.